There's a truism in life that cannot escape our notice, and that is that there's nothing more permanent than a temporary government program, and it's up to you and me to stop it. Welcome back to Grease Monkey Videos. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, and share it with everybody you know. Let's go ahead and get into the video. This is actually interesting. This came out from the Daily Mail today. And this is from the UK right now, but you know what? You know that they want to expand this. As a matter of fact, I'm going to play a video where this lady right here is the secretary, the digital secretary, says something we all need to actually pay attention to. And we need to ask ourselves some serious questions. Are you against evil? Or are you against criminality? Of course you are. But do you want the evil criminals, supreme criminals of the government, telling you what you can or can't do as they, quote, stamp out criminality on the internet? I don't think it's a wise idea. Historically, it's actually a very deadly and dangerous idea. Certainly misguided. Now, web giants face fraud and hate crime crackdown. Online safety bill will force firms to protect users. It's always about your protection. It's always about your safety, keeping you safe, keeping the public safe from dangerous information. And who better to do that than the government, who's always lying to you? Makes a whole lot of sense. Web giants are facing a major crackdown on the worst illegal activity taking place on their platforms. The online safety bill is the online safety bill. I love it when they name this kind of stuff, because it ends up being the exact opposite of what the title of the bill says it's going to be. Like the Patriot Act, nothing was more unpatriotic than the Patriot Act. Nothing enslaved more people or took away more people's rights than the Patriot Act. How about the Affordable Care Act? Was anything more unaffordable than the Affordable Care Act? Their website that didn't work, healthcare.gov, it didn't work for months and months and months. And then when it came back online, it still didn't work properly. Cost American taxpayers, American tax cattle, let's just call it like it is, not $1.8 thousand, not $1.8 million for a website, $1.8 billion. That's why it was the Affordable Care Act, because they were just throwing money at everything. Special interests. Everybody had their hand in that pie. So when they call it something, when they name it an online safety bill, you'll have to excuse me. I'm a little bit skeptical here. It's a little bit prudent to be a little bit skeptical here when the government says it's going to be an online safety bill there. Will now include people smuggling, hate crimes, fraud, and revenge porn as priority illegal content. But wait, it doesn't stop there. It means tech companies will be forced to protect users from being exposed to such content rather than waiting for it to be flagged. Under changes to the draft legislation announced yesterday, the government, let's say the supreme criminals, the supreme criminal has also added 3 new criminal offenses to deal with internet trolls. The worst offenders could be jailed, caged, and fined for up to 5 years for threatening to kill MPs and celebrities, and you could go to jail for spreading what they call this kind of disinformation. It would also become covered under a crime of sending false communications. This is really what they want to roll out. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, according to their own testimony. The legislation is immense. It's thick. It's wordy. It's verbose. Digital Secretary Nadine Dorries said the update would, quote, bring the full weight of the law against those who use the internet as a weapon to ruin people's lives. Okay, Nadine, we believe you. So does this mean you're going to start with the government? Make an example of the government? That means government's no longer going to be on the internet, right? The government is looking at ways to strengthen the draft bill. It is understood more changes are likely to be announced before it's put to Parliament. And you know they'll slip stuff in at the end. When it's approved, they'll just slip it in. They'll make it as thick as possible so that no one dare read it because nobody's got time. Nobody's got the attention span. Nobody desires to. Announced before it's put to Parliament, which is expected within the next month. Listen to what Nadine, please speak to me.
what we're announcing today is just one very small part of the bill, which is some additional criminal offences that we are accepting as recommendations from the Law Commission, and a list of priority offences, which we are putting on the front of the bill. But I just want to emphasise that this is I could be on your programme all morning talking about the bill itself, because it is a very extensive bill, a whole section on protecting children alone. But this today is just about the priority offences.
We, the government, have got what it takes to take what you got. Don't give us competition with our criminality. We're gonna remove all the criminals on the internet. Of course, we are accepted. The bill will impose a duty of care on tech giants to protect users against illegal or harmful content, with regular Ofcom given the power to hand out huge fines for any breaches. If you're wondering what Ofcom is the regulator for the communication services that we use and rely on each day, according to ofcom.org.uk. That's Ofcom. Under the draft legislation, only terrorism and child sexual abuse were deemed priority illegal content. Who wouldn't be against that? Who wouldn't be against terrorism? But if you're going to eliminate terrorism on the internet, you literally have to eliminate the government. That's what they're in the business of. Terrorist activity. 24-hour a day, 7-day a week terrorist activity, including psychological operations. If you have any question about that, go to goarmy.gov/psychological operators. They are looking for recruits. Only terrorism and who's not against child sex abuse? But according to some reports, who are the main purveyors of child sex trafficking? Yes, you guessed it. Some people say, and they make some pretty reasonable, believable arguments. Some people say that the ones who are involved in the most child sex trafficking and child sex abuse are those in the halls of government. So if you're going to remove terrorism and child sex abuse from the internet and make that priority illegal content, you gotta look in the mirror, government. And if you don't, then guess what? You shouldn't even be involved in this project. Because you know what this is going to amount to. They're going to say, oh, no, we're just going after terrorist activities and child sexual abuse. And then they end up going after you. Oh, yeah, let's go and economically terrorize this person because they put out what we deem as misinformation. Let's go ahead and have some armed agents with firearms point guns in their government guns in their faces, batter down their door, and take them to a cage because, oh, they spread misinformation on the internet. And this is what it looks like when you give them an inch. Okay. It's like, okay, government, we the people, it sounds reasonable that you want to eliminate terrorism and child sexual abuse on the internet. We'll let you do that. They're going to take more. That's the inch you give. And the mile that you didn't want that was stuffed into that bill. Oh, we didn't tell you that we're coming after you too? We're going to put you in the same category? We're going to prioritize you and your content as illegal? This is insidious, guys. This is why you don't want government doing what even appears to look nice, what appears to look wholesome. And then they'll try to shame you. They'll put it back on you and they'll go, well, what kind of pervert are you? You don't want us to get rid of child sexual abuse? What kind of evil, hateful person are you? You don't want us to get rid of terrorism? It's like, yeah, but I don't want the terrorists and the child sex abusers to be doing it. Because I know that sword swings both ways, and my head's going to be on the chopping block pretty soon. This is why you don't want them doing this. It's like, no, you back off of the internet. We'll handle the dangerous freedom. And you know what? People are already taking it upon themselves. You have, there are a couple channels out there on YouTube where they actually go after child sex predators. They're not government funded. People support them through super chats or through PayPal or Patreon or whatever. And these guys actually set up sting operations to get these sickos off the street. And guess who some of these sickos end up being? Judges, lawyers, law enforcers, people who are in the higher ups, congressmen or whatever. Massachusetts. Yeah, I can never remember this guy's channel. Predator Poachers Massachusetts or something like that. We don't need government to stop this stuff, guys. We can do it. The free market can do it. You don't want to vote for this stuff. You don't want the psychopaths of Congress, which is the opposite of progress, pushing bills through, because the more laws that they make, it's going to whittle down your freedoms and cost you more money. And that's another thing. You don't want them doing this just for the sheer fact that they're going to steal more money from you so that they can implement their program. Previously, firms had only to take down illegal content when users flagged it. The bill will now name more illegal content within the category, including revenge porn. I don't even know. Guys, do you know what revenge porn is? I didn't even know what that was. I said, babe, do you know what revenge porn is? She's like, revenge porn? I have no idea. I had to look it up. Revenge porn is, I guess, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you videotape you and her having sex and you put it up on the internet when, the relationship goes sour. Never heard of that. Never heard of that. Boy, I'm living a sheltered life. Hate crime, fraud, the sale of illegal drugs or weapons, the sale of illegal, what is an illegal drug? What is a legal drug? What is legal? What is illegal? It's a construct of the mind. That's all it is. Oh, it's illegal because I said, hey, don't touch that coconut. Let's say me and you are on a desert. Don't touch that coconut. I've declared it illegal. You'd look at me like, you've declared a coconut illegal? What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, if you touch that, I've declared that illegal. If you touch that, me and my posse, my boys over here, we're going to be pointing firearms at you, government firearms, and we're going to take you into that, bamboo cage. All right. Okay, I got you. Oh, that makes sense to me. Okay. Oh, thanks for explaining legality and illegality to me. The promotion of suicide, people smuggling, sexual exploitation. You do not want the government involved in taking any of this stuff down on the internet, because that hand, that seemingly kind hand, will ball up into a fist, punch you in the face, knock you out, and take you to a rape cage. Because now they consider you a criminal. You've done something illegal. You've spread misinformation, and because of that, you've sought to ruin the public, and we're here for public safety. So I'm not going to read the rest of this. I've already spent too much time on it. Government wants to take tighter control over the internet. Leave your thoughts about this and let me know what you guys have to say. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know, and don't forget to subscribe to my private email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. If you want to support the channel, one of the best things you can do is like and share this video with everybody you know, everywhere you can on social media. If you want to support further, the Patreon, Bitcoin, and Subscribe Star links are in the description in the pinned comment. And if you want to support further, you can grab a hard-hitting, conversation-starting shirt from the shirt store. I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video.